Okay, can we just talk about the truth for a moment? No pun intended. We're talking about Truth Social, Donald Trump's recently SPAC acquired company that just traded and went public. Hey, I'm stock market coach and option trader Jason Brown. And in this video, I want to break down Truth Social's valuation, how much Trump is standing to make, and pretty much what's been happening since the stock has been publicly traded. And let me tell you, it's been going down. So let's talk about Truth Social. So Truth Social is Donald Trump's social media company that went public via SPAC. It's under the ticker symbol DJT, which is Donald J. Trump's initials. And it went public with a user base of about somewhere between 2 to 3 million users. Now, at the time that it went public, it had a valuation. It reached an intraday high of a valuation of about $10 billion. To put that in perspective, Donald Trump owns 58% of the company. So he made or stood to make or be worth an additional $5.8 billion on the day of trading because of how high the stock went. Now, if you compare that to our friends at Facebook, Facebook went public in 2012. They had over 900 million users and had a valuation of $104 billion. That's what 900 million users, all right? Let's take a look at Pinterest. Pinterest went public 2019. They had 291 million monthly average users, and they had a valuation of $10 billion. Can you see a discrepancy here? You got Pinterest with 291 million users, and they're valued at $10 billion. But you got Donald Trump's company, 2 million users, also reaching an intraday valuation of $10 billion. Let's take a look at the stock and why it slid, because this is why I believe it's not going to hold up. When you look at a company like Pinterest having, 291 million users, it's not hard to take a look at Trump's company and say, how in the world could this company be valued at $10 billion with only 2 to 3 million users? And I don't think it took long for many traders to get wind of that. But as you can look, this was the intraday high. Stock sold off, closed right here. Next day, stock gapped up, sold off. Next day, stock sold off. And guess what? Today, the stock continued to tank. Now, if you look at the volume is declining. So it could be very well that the selling is starting to slow down. But I also wouldn't be surprised if the company goes to, dare I say, not zero, but very close to $1, $2, $3 a share, because the reality is until they can prove out their business model and increase monthly access users, there's really no reason why the company should be valued at $10 billion. And then you start to think, is this a unique way to avoid campaign finance law by starting a SPAC, having that SPAC acquire your company, having the valuation jump up super high, and if you own 58% of it, bada boom, bada bing, you can pull that money out. You can pay for your legal troubles. You can pay for your campaign, and you don't even have to disclose who the investors are. I don't know if this is a really publicly traded company or was this a really slick way for Donald Trump to raise some capital. Let's take a look at the options on it and see what could happen from a call and a put standpoint. So if you take a look at the options, I thought this was really interesting. As we record this on April Fool's Day, you got to be a fool if you look at the call option size. I don't know who all these fools are, joking. But if you look over here at the put option side, you can see that in comparison to the call side, people are willing to buy the put option side versus the call option side. You can see one person here, but 257, 29 people here, 1,764 piling up on the puts. Here's where it gets interesting. If you scroll down here to the in the money puts, matter of fact, before you even get to the in the money puts, you see 6,000 shares changed hands of the 45 strike price put, which is interesting because if you look at the ticker symbol, it's at 48. They're basically saying we believe the stock is going to slide even more by Friday, and we're willing to spend $3 because we think it's going to be below $45. Down here, though, you can see that 7,800 or 7,480 50 strike price put options changed hand at about $5.50. Let's just round it up to $6. They believe that the stock will be below $44 at expiration. That would be the break even, and anything below that, you make money, which kind of makes sense. You got these people saying, I think it'll be below 44. You got these people piling in at the 45, willing to spend $2 to $3, believing it'll be at least below $42. And so that's with 5 days left of trading. And if you look at the chart once again, you can see the stock is gaining momentum to the downside. And from a support and resistance standpoint, if we snap a line right across kind of here, you can see where from a technical standpoint, it looks like support is around $35. So I don't think people buying those options, they might not be too far off if we continue to get this tumble and this slide for the rest of the week. So let me know in the comments, what do you think about the ticker symbol DJT, Donald Trump's Truth social media? Are you buying it? Are you selling it? Are you shorting it and buying put options and making money on the way down? I think we have a ripe opportunity to get paid from the downside because the valuation just isn't there. Let me know in the comments. You buying, you selling. I'll see you on the next one.